Hello Aries, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your general love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right. Aries, we're going to start off with how you are being viewed in love this week. How you are currently being viewed. Something's trying to stick out for you here. We have the Knight of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, I see the Devil energy. There's a lot of desire energy coming through here. I do feel like somebody does have a very strong desire here for you, Aries. And especially on a physical level, I do feel like there's a very strong, physical energy coming up, physical desire. That being said, I also feel here, though, that somebody could be noticing a shift in your energy. The way that it's kind of coming through, Aries, is like there's something that maybe you've always been a certain way with this person, because it's showing up as something that's inconsistent. But I don't feel like it's like wishy-washy kind of inconsistent. I just feel like maybe you've always shown up a certain way for this person, and somebody is noticing that something has shifted, something is different, right? And that could look like, maybe you always the one who reaches out first, and now you're kind of like falling back with it. Or, maybe maybe after an argument, you're always the one who apologizes, and maybe you just haven't. There's something, it doesn't have to be those specific things, but there's something, that you have, been consistent with up to this point that somebody's noticing it. And I do feel like they could be obsessing over it a little bit here. So the challenge for this person when it comes to you, I see the Strength card. Yeah, there is something that is standing out to this person, but I also feel it's this holding back, or this resistance that this person is feeling from you that is showing up as a challenge. This person also could be somebody who, is trying to hold back. Because I even feel that here, with the Strength card, it could be something here, Aries, where maybe you've always tolerated something and now you're just not, it could be something like that too. What is the challenge for Aries when it comes to this person? The Hermit. I feel like there's something here that you are, there's been some kind of change in perspective. There is something that you are seeing differently. And it's now that you see it, it's hard to unsee it. And I do feel like you could be trying to pull your energy back some here, Aries. And maybe that's what this person is noticing, right? How is Aries viewing this person? We have the Seven of Wands. It feels a little defensive and stubborn to me, to be honest with you. It could make it really difficult to work through anything with this person, because it just feels like maybe anytime that you address something, you just either get pushed back, or it gets flipped around, or they get very defensive. How is this person feeling about Aries? You know, the Seven of Wands too can be a card of conviction, and it is an energy of like no longer settling. You may feel like, you know, this is somebody that you do need to kind of pull back from. You may feel like you need to be in that energy when it comes to this person. Their feelings towards you, we see the Judgment card. So there's definitely something that's coming into this person's awareness about you, your energy, your actions, your behaviors. And the Queen of Wands. Once again, I do feel there's a strong chemistry here. And I don't feel like it's just, you know, physical energy, a physical chemistry. I do feel like you guys get along, you have fun, you vibe. But, you know, there is a strong physical energy here as well. But I kind of just feel like for some of you Aries, and maybe that's part of what the problem is that maybe you're wanting something more than that. Maybe you're wanting something like it's like, I like the connection, I like the chemistry, but it lacks security, it lacks stability, it lacks forward movement, progression. Because this person here, even the Queen of Wands, they do feel a very strong chemistry and attraction and desire for you. More of that energy coming up here. But they're realizing that like something has changed with you here. The Eight of Cups, this person does feel like you are, you know, pulling your energy back, or you are walking away. And, you know, the Eight of Cups too, you know, it's not like he doesn't get anything from this. There's Seven Cups here. You know, this person knows that you do get something from this connection. But, you know, he's walking away because there is something missing. Some kind of an emotional component missing here. He's not fulfilled. It's not what he wants, and he doesn't want to settle anymore. And I kind of feel like that here, Aries, where I do feel like this person is starting to see that, you know, maybe in the past you did settle for whatever you were receiving from this person, but I feel like this person sees that you're no longer doing that. How is Aries feeling about this person? We have the Moon. And the King of Pentacles. I think for a while, Aries, you had hope that something was going to stabilize, or something was going to, like, yeah, become more stable, more solid, more committed. But I don't feel like you're so sure about that anymore. Especially with that Moon energy. It's like there was a point in time when you thought that maybe that was something that's going to happen, but now it's like, you know, I don't know if it is. And sometimes it's easier to, you know, ignore what we want because there is such a good chemistry and because we are having a good time. But I kind of feel like that voice just became, you know, louder and louder and louder. And I'm feeling that too, because the Moon card can be a card of the subconscious, you know, where I definitely feel like it's kind of feels like it's just getting turned up, you know, louder. It's getting harder to ignore. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. You just, you know, want more, Aries. So to me, this feels like somebody not wanting to see you fully get away here, and somebody feeling like something is shifted here. You're not doing what they expected you to do. You're not doing what maybe you've done in the past. You know, you are, you know, slowly but surely, like, moving away from this, you know, not being as affected by this, moving on from this. And it's reminding me of, there's a Slipknot song, Snuff, and one of the lyrics in there says, "It took the death of hope to let you go." And I do feel that here, where I feel like maybe in the past, Aries, you had more hope for this, where you thought maybe someday. But I feel like the more that you lose that, you know, the more clear things become, and the more you naturally are wanting to move away. And like I said, even at the beginning, it's not always easy for you to kind of pull your energy back from this person with that Hermit energy. That being said, you are seeing this in a different way. There's some kind of new perspective that you're seeing, and it's hard to unsee it now. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I do hope that this helps, and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading, scheduling personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.